So hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to try to be more consistent about posting, and it's a little disorienting because I'm doing this with my phone right now. So if anybody has any suggestions on what kind of setup would be better, let me know. I would welcome any feedback. And to look at the camera on my phone, because it's horizontal, because that's what you have to do on YouTube, is shoot horizontally, which is a big change, But today I'm wearing pink. Since Barbie, I'm kind of embracing more of my pink era, and so I wanted to show off some of my favorite pink cars, and just to talk in general about the industry and where we're going. Since this is December, we move this around a little bit. So first of all, for this year, actually it came out last year, but I still love these Cato House wagons. The cherry blossom theme. It's really cool on the bottom. Cato House. I'm not sure if that's looks right to you, so I'll rotate it so you can get it both ways. The hood does come up on this one. One of these days I'm going to get a tool so I can do this, but the hood does come up, and it's just overall just a really nice wagon. And while we're on wagons, the Ultra Hots that you can get from Target, they're Target exclusives. And this is a squareback, Volkswagen squareback. I like these little cars. I'm really not much of a VW fan, but I like these guys. And this one in particular, the Ultra Hots are very colorful anyway. And you got the pink windshield. I'm assuming that's like a Zamac body. And I thought it was really interesting they did the Hot Wheels logo in pink and purple, which I really like. I don't have this in my Barbie display, but I will. Windows are down. Nice little car. And then this was a treasure hunt this year. This guy. And yes, I have purple glasses. I don't care if you think I'm old or not. Or what. I don't care. I'm doing my thing. Surf crate. That's right, the surf crate. This is a treasure hunt. It's got the wakeboard or the surfboard coming out of the back window. Normally, I don't like some of these little fantasy cars like this, but they really did kind of do it up as a treasure hunt. It's got some really neat graphics on the top. I like the pink pearl and the gold with it. You don't often see pink and gold together. You see that? And then, it's kind of interesting. The base is, metal, silver. And then they have it, it's just, it's like, okay, all right, I can dig it. And the, copper wheels. And even the little, I don't really know what that is. But it has the Hot Wheels logo stamped on it. It's like the screw that, North Shore is what it says, and I can't see the other. Hawaii North Shore. So it's these little things, that make the treasure hunt special, which is why they call it treasure hunt. So anyway, the other one, I wasn't a big fan of this car when it came out, because I think it came out the white version first, and it just didn't impress me. This is Matt and Debbie's, was it Ford T-Bird, 1988. They've done these in like 3 or 4 colors now. The black and gold, the white, and was it red accents, and then the pink, and I think there's a 4th one out there. It's hard to keep up. But, I like this pink. It's a very Barbie pink. I kind of wonder if, I'm pretty sure this is a 23, if some of this stuff didn't roll out because of Barbie. They just didn't say that when it was coming out before the movie. But I do wonder if that's, what this is all about. So this is probably going to go on my Barbie display, which I'm going to do a complete Barbie show, because I think I've found, a tiny Barbie. So meanwhile, let's get into some premium stuff. And I don't know if you guys watched the first streaming, if you're RLC members, which is the Red Line Club on Mattel Creations, which, where we get all our premium stuff and where people get ticked off because, it sells out in 2 seconds and people miss out and all the rest of that. But that's another subject for another day. So meanwhile, they did a live stream highlighting some of the cars that they have coming for 2024, and they brought some of the designers in to talk about, this is what I worked on, I'm graphics and I'm packaging and this and that, which is really interesting. They say they're going to do more of these, so they kind of highlighted the first part of the year, and they've got some pretty cool stuff coming out. So I'd like to know what you guys think about the live stream. Do you plan on tuning into the live stream in the future? It was in an email. This is how I found out. I just happened to look at the email for the drop that week, which was, I want to say it was the Porsche, the 911. Was it the GT? The green one. And it was the email for that, and it was at the very bottom, and I'm talking about buried at the bottom under stuff that you typically wouldn't read. And I thought that was so interesting. I guess they didn't want to get beat up so much, and but they took a few questions from chat, but most of it was from people, I think, submitting questions in the forum on Mattel Creations, which you have to be a Red Line Club member. And by the way, I can't remember what it was. I'll have to take notes the next time. But the club car for next year, I thought it was, I was like, yeah, I get that. I can't remember what it was because they, had quite a bit to say. So they're doing that, which I think is very interesting. And I wonder where they're going with it. They did have on the side of the screen where you could shop. They had t-shirts and a couple of things for sale over there. It's like, okay. But anyway, some more premium stuff from back in the day. You may have seen these. I think this came out, was it early last year? Gosh, I wish I don't have a good way to get the hood open. But I've got a set of pictures on this car, which in the sun, it's pretty wild. This is the Custom Eldorado, 1960, and the hood does open. And I'm going to have to get better at this, right? So I don't scratch the paint or do any of that. I can't seem to, I don't know how guys even do this, because I can't get a nail in there. I have a little pin somewhere, but not around here. I really like this. I can totally see Barbie in California in this car. And we all know the sequel's coming, right? Which is why I'm still on Barbie. We know it's coming. I just love this white interior. I don't know if you can see it or not. The steering wheel even is white. I just think it's so cool. It's got the red line rims on it. Not rims, but it's got, you know what I'm trying to say. And it's got 5 spokes. And then on the side, the graphic is actually Red Line Club. It's so tiny. But I really like this car. So there's that. Oh, I wish I could get the hood up. And if anybody knows where to get these, I can't remember if I got them off of eBay. I've got to go through my history or Amazon. So next, This is one that I never actually posted about because I could not decide if I wanted to take it out of the package or not. This is one of those dairy delivery. It says blown delivery. And I just took it out of the card keeper. You know, you got to be really careful with these card keepers because apparently, I think this edge got a little, it's got a little dimple from being in that thing. And I've never taken it out of the card keeper, so it was already in there like that. So, a little window in the back of the packaging. Blown delivery, Redline Club. For those of you who, you know, may not be completely familiar, it's a club exclusive. These things are really, really heavy. Along with the drag bus, I think people are kind of like over these delivery things, but I don't think they've done so much in the past year or so. This one came out either last year or the year before. I've had it for a little bit. Designer Phil Ryleman created this original casting combo of a powerful street rod with the capacity to transport cargo. Of course, pink spectra flame and a chromed out engine and grill with painted detail and 5-spoke mag wheels with the Redline tire deco. So chromed reel riders. It's got the, you know, the recessed mags. So I'm on the fence about taking this out. I can't see Barbie in it. It's kind of cool. It's got big pink right here. I like this detail. So here is the custom fleet side. I never posted about this either. I think I may have been moving or something was going on. And I wasn't posting as much. Oh my gosh. It's kind of hard to get out. Okay. Originally designed by the first designer in 1968 as part of the original 16 Hot Wheels. If you knew that, that's how many they actually started the Hot Wheels line out with 16 cars. California custom styling, Redline striped tires, of course, Redline Club. Exposed engine parts, exhaust pipes, bright paint, and more. Neoclassics wheels and a light blue tinted rear window. It's a very, very light blue, if you can see that. This is it's a pretty wild looking thing. Another one that I could decide whether or not to take out of the package. I kind of see Barbie in this. I kind of do. Of course, it's just so well done. The paint is just so smooth and everything. I will say a lot of these Redline Club cars are, you know, but they're, you know, $25, $30, $35. They're creeping up now. And I know the prices of things have gone up, but these I'm not quite sure why these premium Hot Wheels have gotten, they've just gotten so high. And the next one I have, which is from this year, 2023, and I just love this. I got two of these, is the 1962 Ford F100. And maybe there's another, I think maybe it was the convention car. Maybe there was another one. Maybe it was a C10 or something. I can't remember because I haven't been to the convention in a few years now. It's so difficult to get tickets. I did subscribe again to the newsletter to get tickets on the 2nd or whenever it was. And I totally forgot to do it. That was for, so I paid join the newsletter for like $36 plus the fee. You know, like $40 for this newsletter, which is nothing. Just to be able to get the information as to when to get on the website to buy the tickets, which, there's always controversy with this thing. I just wish there were more conventions. I know there's one out in Vegas in the spring. Is it April or something like that? They're coming, but this one, the collectors, whatever, it's coming back to Atlanta for 2024. And of course, since I'm here, I really want to go. They're going to have tickets on sale again December 30th. I've got, reminders set. Hopefully, I can get some because this event pretty much sells out. And people always complain about how the people that run it and their crony, they make sure their cronies get tickets. Other people are kind of left out in the cold. I just wish there were more conventions. I know they have 2,000 to 3,000 people that attend these events because I asked when it was here in Atlanta a few years ago. I asked the lady how many people, and it's a big production. And of course, they're endorsed, or they have the license to have the Hot Wheels to use, and it is sponsored or endorsed by Mattel Hot Wheels. So they have the cool cars and everything, which is nice. I think we can have events and not necessarily have Mattel stamped all over it. I would love to put something together to do something like that. And they have the breakout events like the dinner cars and things like that. And I used to collect dolls, fashion dolls. And I went to a lot of doll conventions. So I kind of know how this whole thing works. I just wish that I had time to do something like that. But anyway, hopefully I'll get tickets because I would like to go. Because I plan on doing room sales. I didn't want to get a booth for the weekend. That's just too much for me. But I probably would get a room because I got some stuff I really would like to get rid of. So, but anyway, back to this slick looking flamed, very subtle flames, F100. Once again, you got the white cab. The hood is, which I thought was neat that they did the packaging to already have the hood up. So people would have a clue. I really like this truck. It's unibody design. That's what it was. It's a unibody. Short-lived model was designed with a cab and box functioning as one piece. It was part of the suburban lifestyle, used as a workhorse vehicle. Of course, you got the pink Spectra flame. It's the first RLC pink car to have pink on pink ghost flames. Who knew? The first RLC to have pink on pink ghost flames. Well, okay. White roof and interior round out the color tones of the LA convention car with its slammed stance, smooth body sides, and detailed straight six engine. Okay, so it is the convention car. I don't know why I was thinking it was a different one. Look at the artwork. The artwork usually is good on these, premium, the RLC cars, but I really like that. I just like the way the look and then the graphics here. So anyway, it's got 5-spoke mag wheels with the red line tampo. Where is that? I'm not sure where the... Oh, and it does have LA 23, but they had these for sale, and maybe they convention people got them first, and then maybe they just produced enough for everybody to get one, because there's probably so much complaining going on about the cost of the convention cars after the convention. I've never bought one, but they can be hundreds of dollars on eBay. So this is one where maybe they're trying to tackle that. Last but not least, this was I want to say 22. And if you look at it, outside of this is the delivery car keeper. Look how much bigger the packaging is. I'm not sure why they did that, but I do know that this was a collab with a designer, a painter. So maybe in order to get his artful vision of the card art, to get what he wanted, they made it a little bit bigger. Of course, you know I'm a big fan of Vans, and that the purple Workman's van, the RLC one that came out this year, I just love that thing. It's awesome. So this is I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. Say Adams. It's got a picture of him on the back, stirring up his paint. Oh, let me take it out of the car keeper. And I would put this. I can't remember if I got one or two. Hold on, I dropped something. Oh. I've never actually taken it out of the car keeper. I can't remember if I got one or two of these. And I'm thinking if I have two, eventually I'll probably take one out and give it to Barbie. Because this is like just, it's got California all over it, right? It's just got California stamped on it. He's the epitome of creating what's next, a New York native. He evolved from a graffiti artist to creative director of Def Jam recordings, to continuous creator of a robust and heavily exhibited body of work, including paintings, sculptures, and more. He is obsessed with Hot Wheels. And this is his vision of the brand. So, and his quote is, "This is a dream come true, having the opportunity to reconnect with something I loved as a kid and find a way to weave it through what I do as an adult." So, of course, it's open in the back. And it's got this really cool graphic. There's his signature here. You know, I love these kind of retro looks. It's got a COA, Certificate of Authenticity. I'll just leave that in there. So I thought this was pretty cool since it's, you know, bigger than the other ones. And I just love the van. It's got his name on the back. It's a darker gray base, not the silver that you see a lot. It says Say HW on the back. With Mattel Creations as well. Redline Club tires. It's very heavy. And I love the colors. The way they fade, and then on the top, it's got some subtle striping. So anyway, there's that. And I'm thinking a lot of people that are going to see this video know that I've been on Instagram for a few years now. And I'm sorry I keep shaking the table. I got to work on my setup, try to figure out what kind of camera I'm going to invest in to do this. But I started my Instagram account in 2020, which, you know, you guys, obviously everybody remembers that, you know, the pandemic. So when things really blew up was in 2020. And I had started collecting some Lightning McQueen the year before in 2019. And then in 2020, you know, once I kind of went through that, I started looking at Hot Wheels and I started buying some of them. And then on my, you know, rare trips out to the store, like Kroger, to get food, I would hunt for Hot Wheels. And I got on Instagram and started looking at Hot Wheels accounts. And, you know, I've got these cars and I thought, okay, hold on. I thought, I got to do something. I'm going to start taking pictures, because I saw some of the cool stuff that people were posting. I said, well, why not? I'll take some pictures. And, you know, started my Instagram account, and it was a lot of fun, and I gained a lot of followers early on. Then it just seemed like the space it's just blown up, especially in the past year. I don't get a lot of people are complaining about reach, not just in Hot Wheels, across the board. I don't know what Instagram is doing. I don't think they really know what they're doing. They've launched threads. I don't get it. I know they put some hashtags or something. I don't know. I post over there every once in a while just because, just because. And I'm just not sure where they're going with that. But meanwhile, with Instagram, some of these reels and, sometimes when I put stuff together, it's work. And of course, I have an IG shop, and I do love it. Don't get me wrong. It's just that I have invested, especially in the past year, in quite a bit of inventory, and this year reach has just, it's in the toilet, and so I decided that I needed to shift gears and figure out another way to monetize some of the content that I have and move some inventory. That's why I decided to pivot to YouTube, because I have a Shopify store that has all these integrations, and you can actually already sell on Google. I have listings on Google. It's difficult because Hot Wheels, they reuse a lot of the, that was a bad example. A lot of the barcodes on the main lines are the same. And so it's a Google nightmare because they want that identifier. And if it's a duplicate, then they just kick your listing out. But I do have some on there, and I do have a good rating on Google. And but Google owns YouTube. So even with a YouTube channel, you have to get to where you monetize a certain place to where you can actually monetize your channel and actually be able to put your products. I can integrate with Shopify, but I have to qualify to be able to do that. Even though I'm already selling on Google, it's the Google and YouTube integration. It's like Facebook and Instagram app on Shopify, but I can only use the Google part of it. And they're even changing that. So I said, well, I'm going to go ahead, launch a YouTube channel. I can speak at my leisure as long as I'm not quite so boring, or hopefully I'm not boring. And I'll have, giveaways and tidbits and stuff and whatnot. And try to get to where I can actually put my products in you've seen YouTube channels that, people, whatever, they sell t-shirts or whatever at the bottom of their videos. I want to try to get to that point. You have to have 1,000 subscribers and so much watch time. So we'll see what happens. I'll still be on Instagram, although not as much. But at least this way I can make a longer form video. I can take parts of this and use it on Instagram and use it on TikTok, which TikTok is a whole, not today. I think this is enough to start out. So, but if you're interested, drop any questions or whatever you want to say down in the comments, and we'll address that. And I'll be back with another video. As you can see behind me, I have the Daniel, oh, you can't see, Astrum, which they just put out the new eroded Diora, and forget the other car. So I still have that. I'm going to make a whole video around that and have some other information for you. And I hope that you subscribe. Please subscribe and help me out so I can do more things. I would really appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful evening.